Now, care to share your race, ethnicity, or nationality?
I am biracial, so like Booster said, mama white, daddy black, so that ass super fat. That's what he said.
For those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
Houston, Texas.
And care to share where you were raised as well?
Houston, Texas, until I went to college. Then I got pregnant and went back home.
And can you shed some light on that history there? The pregnancy, the college years, things of that nature. Did you pause college, for example?
Oh, no. I finished college before I got pregnant.
Got it.
And then I went back home. So I finished school.
And approximately how much time between the end of college and the pregnancy?
Like a year and a half, 2 years.
Now, did it get any more specific than the city of Houston for you as far as your raising? Like a particular part of Houston?
I'm from Akers. It's a little hood if you ask certain people.
And what was it really like? Well, before I even ask you that question, what ages were you raised in that specific area of Houston?
Pretty much my whole life. My family's still there on my daddy's side.
And what was that really like growing up in that area specifically?
It's like I was there, and I went to school there, but I've had such a strict family, so it's like I wasn't outside of school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there, I'm around the people, I'm in the area, but once school was over and I'm in the house, it's like, you're not going outside, you're a girl, go in the house. So.
Now, there may be a variety of reasons why parents may have a strict upbringing for their child, their kid, things of that nature. What was your parents' reasoning back then of the strictness?
Strict. Like, my parents was just strict. That's it, simple. My mama and my daddy both strict. Daddy military, mama just don't play. Grandparents followed whatever my parents said, so that's just that.
And do you recall what branch in the military your father was involved in?
Air Force.
Now, when it comes to your upbringing, what was the top point for you during your upbringing in that area of Houston? What was your highest point or most positive moment for you growing up in that environment?
Most positive moment?
Yes. Looking back on how everything played out, if there was a positive moment for you in that area.
I don't know. I just think my parents just had, like, a real drive, like a real motivation to just do better and get better and move out and, go to better areas. So I'll just say that, like, I have great parents, for sure.
And rewinding on that topic of strictness, looking back on how everything played out, and you're a parent as well at this point, which you've just mentioned, what do you feel about that level of strictness that your parents raised you in that upbringing? Do you think that was fair? Did that make you the person you are today? Do you wish, looking back, there was some leniency? How do you look at strict parents and that type of parenting?
Oh, no, it absolutely made me who I am. I wouldn't change it. I'm a very strict parent, and I'm sure it's because of my parents. So I loved it. I mean, it wasn't like my discipline, they could just look at me and I'm going to get my ass together. So it wasn't like whoopings and this and that, but they didn't play with me and it worked out. Like, I'm doing great in life, and if they weren't that, I probably wouldn't be this, so.
Now, are you implementing the same rules and regulations for your very own seed, or are you even stricter maybe than what
I
your parents
might be a little stricter because I have a son, and I'm a single parent, so I might be a little stricter. My parents have girls, and, it was two. Me, it's just me and my baby for the most part, so I think I'm a little stricter.
Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, when it comes to your upbringing, what was the bottom point for you in that environment? What was your lowest point or most negative moment growing up there?
I think just being like a mixed race, pretty, nice hair, whatever. It's like being in those areas and going to those schools, like, oh, you think you better than us, oh, you think you this, oh, you think you that, but shit, I can't control what I look like just like you can't. Like, I was born this way, so that type of shit was a lot. I used to have girls be like, I don't like this bitch. She thinks she's too much because the way she walks. I'm like, damn, I'm just walking, so I think that's probably the worst shit that I used to deal with. Shit was so annoying.
Now, were you always this pretty or you grew into that?
Oh, I've always been this.
And who do you credit for these looks? Mother side, father side, or both?
Both. Absolutely.
And what's it really like being pretty?
I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I have my days where I'm like, girl, you look a fucking mess. But, it's just, I mean, it's a blessing for sure. But
Any pros or cons of being pretty?
I ain't gonna necessarily being pretty. Now, being fine, that shit gets fucking annoying. God damn, I can't stand always going somewhere and they be like, God damn, like, I get it. Like, I wish I could just leave my ass at home some days.
Any further pros or cons of being pretty?
I mean, it's easy to get what you want in public and do certain things.
And is that a phrase that some call pretty privilege?
Depending on how you take it, it possibly is.
What's your opinion on that subject there?
Pretty privilege?
Yes.
I mean,
is it true?
I feel like it's more than just looks because you can be pretty as hell, but then like somebody might see you in public, meet you in public, and want to do something or buy something, but you're just such a bitch or such like your attitude is so bad, it's like it don't even matter no more. So I do think it goes beyond looks, but obviously looks are initial, interaction with anybody. So.
And you mentioned that there are some days you wish you could just be at home instead of those reactions to your image and things of that nature. But do you ever get tired of being pretty in the sense that maybe you wish you weren't so pretty?
I don't know. Some days I wish I could leave like my ass and my body at home. Not, I need this to stay.
Got it. Okay, now when it comes to your upbringing, just want to wind down some questions on that subject there. Now, zooming out, how were you able to survive that upbringing in Houston? There are some that don't make it. Was there a key to your survival, perhaps? Maybe the strict parents? That could be an example.
I had a lot of dope ass friends. Like my friends did not play with me. So like if bitches used to try to pick on me or fuck with me, like my friends would be like, hell nah, my bitch smart and she on the dance team. Like we finna fight for her. Like I had some good ass friends growing up. I'll say that.
Now there are some people who say things like, don't know if I'll make it to see the age of 18. Maybe 21, for example. Did you have any of these thoughts yourself growing up in that area of Houston?
Oh, no, I never had thoughts like that in my head, ever. I'm going to be here for a long time.
Now, be that as it may, knowing what you know now, hypothetically speaking, what would you have said to your younger self back then, if anything?
Pop your shit more, girl. Like, stop worrying about what they think. Please stop worrying about it.
And speaking of ages, care to share your current age at this point?
I'm 32 years young.
And your birthday while you're at it, the month and the day perhaps?
August 5th. Leo.
And finally, is there anything else you want to mention about your upbringing or a question you weren't asked people want to know just about that?
No, I think my biggest thing is people always wonder just what's my race or ethnicity. So y'all know that. That's that. If there's anything else y'all want to know, just tune in, tap in, and we'll get to that next time.